Apparently I had time to do so because a pop-up came up. Well, hi everybody, that's what an intro. I'm very good at those. Well, welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. I'm Babble. I'm going to be a little brat child today. It's been a while since I've played with Jackie. I'm joined today by the wonderful, the amazing...
Hi, I'm Dawn. I'm currently dying a little bit, but it's not important.
Don't worry about it, we're all just committing a little bit of murder.
I'm playing my so tired little nobody, Luc.
We are aiming to destroy this man today.
Oh no.
Jackie is about to destroy this man's whole career. Fair warning, this might, this is a prerequisite, hold on. So this is a bit of a warning for everybody listening. I know that this game is going to be going to be uploaded after a lot of lore things have happened in terms of Jackie lore and both Jackie and Luc lore. That would be because we decided to go back in time and have some bonding. So this takes place before Warships. Hee-hoo.
Happens before Luc moves in with Philippe.
Yes.
Before so many things happen.
Ah, yes. Before Gaslight, Girl Boss, Gatekeep, and so much. There is so much that has happened with these poor janitors.
But that doesn't matter now because that's all in the future.
That's a problem for future Luc and Jackie. That being said, let's dive in. So, where is Luc at the moment?
Right now, Luc is probably at the local grocery store, just going through the frozen aisle. Like, he doesn't actually know how food works. He's literally never eaten anything that doesn't come out of the microwave. He's just going through there right now.
Luc, my beloved. And also, that is a fucking mood. Well, I mean, I've eaten things that don't come out of a microwave, but we don't have time to unpack all that. I am a person. I eat food. God, where is my brain today? I don't know what I'm saying half the time. Anyways, Jackie, Jackie knows where you are. I'm gonna roll stealth to see if you know where Jackie is, and you can make a contesting perception if you like. Aw, man, Jackie. Jackie, I love you. My dearly beloved. Okay, alright.
Wow. Yeah. And you said something about, what, perception to see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. That was so fucking close. For the audience, Jackie got a dirty 20 with stealth, and then Luc got a 19 in perception. Okay, so Luc, you are at the very least aware that there is something following you, or someone, and you're pretty sure it's probably a child. But you don't know who.
Oh dear.
You don't see them.
Oh dear.
You just have that impending feeling of doom. That there is a person and a child following you.
Yeah, he does not realize that it's a child. He's just going, person following. Stealth now.
Ah. Alright.
And I think with that, he's just gonna dive into the cooler right now.
Dive into the cooler.
Like,
okay,
you cannot see me. I am in the back room now.
Oh my god. Wonderful. Jackie does not see this. Like, Jackie knows that you disappeared, but that's about it. Doesn't know where the fuck you went. Alright, well, Jackie was hoping to sneak up on Luc, but now that they don't see Luc, they are out of hiding, and they are looking around the store very confusedly, almost as if they've lost the adult that they were with.
Okay. Does Jackie walk past and just looking confused at this point?
More than likely, yeah, and even though the audience can't see this, I am going to post what they look like, because this is in the past, which means no new redesign.
Ooh.
Which also means that I have to sift through their shit to find what they look like. Oh god, when did Scrubbydubby Ducky take place? Did that take place in, like, the fall or the winter or some shit? I forgot. Man, it's been a while.
It's been a good while.
That is a crime. How could I? Well, I mean, they're out of work. They're off. So I'm just going to post this one and say that that's what they're wearing. Granted, they don't. This is a little bit inaccurate because they don't have a corset like I had imagined. This was made before new lore. So, little inaccurate, but that is the basic thing of what they're wearing.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's cute, but I can't see anything. My internet is just terrible today.
Man, that is a mood and you are valid and I love you. Basically it's just like a blue jacket and like underneath is like a white turtleneck. And then like their normal blue pants that they wear when they're off work. And also a little like kind of beanie thing. And so imagine this with also like their old design. If you remember what that looked like.
Aww. Yeah, roughly. Okay, well, Luc actually sees her, and Luc is going to just, and he's going to come out of the back now. Like, he's not even going to come out through the cooler like that. He's going to come out through the staff door because he just he scooted back there.
Oh my god. Alright, let's see if Jackie can... because there's some fun things that I made with their site, so let's see if... Are you trying to be stealthy about, like, walking out, or...
No, it is Jackie. There is no need for stealth. He is good.
Alright. I'm still gonna make a perception to see... Yeah, that's a 22. They can build a mostly accurate image of Luc. Just based on the noises that he makes when he's walking towards them alone. So they recognize his footsteps.
Yes. It's a distinctive sound.
Yee.
And he's actually gonna walk up towards them and be like, "Oh, hi. Hello. I wasn't aware that you were shopping here as well."
They look up at him, and they had been looking at him once they heard him start walking. Because they recognize his footsteps. They seem to be very attentive when it comes to hearing. You don't know how the fuck they see. They don't have any eyes. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But they look at Luc, and they sign. Well, I mean, I wasn't planning on shopping today, but because everything is set for me and Todd at the moment. But I saw you while I was on my way to the park, and I wanted to say hi, but I wanted to be sneaky, and then you left, and I didn't know where you went.
Yes. And if you want, you can actually roll an insight on him for that.
Insight, my beloved.
Oh yeah, you definitely catch. He's definitely looking like that grimacy face you get when you're like, oh yeah, maybe yeah, no. As he kind of scratches the back of his neck a little.
Did I scare you? I'm sorry.
Please don't sneak.
I'm sorry if I scared you. I mean, I wanted to surprise you. I didn't want to scare you. I thought it'd be fun. Surprise, hi, friend.
I appreciate that. Just I would prefer not to be snuck up on. That usually means less than pleasant things.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes, well,
mind if I walk with you? I don't have anything to do today. And I don't get to see you guys outside of work that often.
okay, I'm real sorry. My internet is so bad today. I did not catch any of that.
Oh, you're fine. No worries. So Jackie basically asked if they could hang out with Luc today while he shops because they don't have anything to do today, and well, they don't get to see anybody really outside of work. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, you're welcome to spend time with me. And Luc is actually looking like, this is weird, right? This is a little weird, right? To himself.
I mean, it might be a little weird, but consider the fact that this is a child who lives alone. And just has been on a ship for like many years before this. This is not. They don't know what normal means. They don't know what normal is or how to be normal.
Neither does Luc. And neither does Luc. Honestly, he's just like, I feel like this isn't normal for me, at least.
I mean, if Jackie sees a friend outside of work, on the rare occasions that they don't have work, they're gonna go over and be like, hi, what's up? Let's hang out today. I got nothing to do. Regardless of whether or not they actually did have something to do, don't worry about it.
Well, he didn't have a lot to do, so he's good with this, I suppose. This is not normal for him, but this is normal here. Okay, we're gonna blend in. We're gonna blend in now.
A nobody and a penguin with no eyes blending in.
That sounds like a bad punchline, doesn't it?
You know what? In Anquo, We're probably the weirdest duo. It's
On
fine.
the list.
And I love it. Listen, I love so much. But that being said, Jackie's just gonna. Jackie doesn't know where they're going or what they're doing, but they're kind of just waddling along now. And they wait up for him once they get like what for them would be like 20 feet, but for Luc would just be like 10. They have very little legs.
Yeah. If it makes it any better, he is not going fast. He's just clunking along, steady, slow. But he's gonna just finish his grocery shopping, and I guess they're gonna head out of the store.
What exactly is it that he bought?
Microwave mac and cheese, sorry, someone doesn't like that. Uh, um, I don't know, some sort of microwave dinner.
That's fair. I'm gonna roll something to see if Jackie notices that. Jackie sees all today. Jackie does notice that.
Dang.
And they point to it and say, "Wait, you're just getting some I can't really reach the microwave all that well in my place. The microwave thing? That's it?"
Yes. What I don't know what else I would need right now. He's just confused. What else is there?
Dude, there's so many other things though. There's like fish and shrimp and uh there's plants that you can eat. Um
I'm
you can make
I'm
the fish and the shrimp and the plants and other things that I don't really know what those things taste like, but there's a lot of other things in the store, and you can put them together to make a meal or multiple meals if you make enough, and then you
and
have
Luke's just
good non-microwave food to put in the fridge and eat later.
Luke's just giving them a look like sounds fake, but okay. As he looks at his microwave dinner, like there are vegetables in this, and he just shows you the picture, and yeah, there's some sad looking broccoli on the front of it.
but it's frozen, and it you put it in the microwave. I,
That's where food comes from, yes.
that no, is the food comes from things in the fridge that you put on the stove or in the oven, and it comes out as food that doesn't get cold in the middle if you don't cook it long enough, and burning hot on the outside. It comes out good.
he's, he's still giving you that sounds fake look, and it's followed up with, I'm not sure what you're talking about with oven. What is that?
Hold on, just a moment. I need to make a roll. Man. Make a whiz save, babe. Whoops. Okay, well that's an okay. All right, this is apparently very annoying for Jackie.
He just doesn't have a clue, man. None of these words mean things.
New color of their feathers.
Oh no.
Man.
I'm gonna actually see if he notices that.
Make me an insight check.
Oh, insight.
Yeah.
That's better than it was. Okay.
Alright, okay. Well, you definitely see the fact that their feathers changed colors. And, you've probably seen this before. You saw this once before when, Philippe, or a color similar,
At this
when
point,
Philippe, put his, hand on their shoulder once.
Right. At this point, Luc is just like, okay, we're definitely not having the same conversation. I'm gonna change the subject. If you don't mind my asking, why do you do that? The changing your shade that you are. How do you do that?
I don't know. Emotion. I don't know. I just know that when I'm angry or annoyed, it kind of gives just you can feel the side eye as they're looking at their flippers. My feathers get a darker blue, and when I'm really sad, they get a darker color of what they normally are. When I'm scared, they get really, really light blue. And when I'm happy, they get a really, really bright teal of my normal colors.
That sounds inconvenient.
Maybe? I don't know. I just know that I know a friend of mine changes colors. She gets lighter as she gets older. That's normal. At least for me and for her. I don't know a lot of other
I think the lighter as you get older is just your ink bleaching, but changing color with emotion just sounds dangerous.
Ooh. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright.
Oops.
Alright.
Oops.
Alright, that's an 11 to deception. You want to roll an insight on that, you can.
Yeah.
Alright! Alright. Okay. Cool.
Oops.
Nice. Hey, remember that lighter blue they mentioned?
Oh. Oh no. He's Oh. Oh dear. Oh.
You're not wrong. So they immediately start walking. Hey, wanna come over and I can show you how food works?
That again.
I didn't forget.
Well, he was trying to he was trying to turn the conversation away from that because clearly they're not talking the same language. But you know what? It's better than what they have just told him is them being afraid. So he's going to go, yes, yes, I will come learn food with you.
I think you've probably figured out at this point that this is like Jackie is basically a 7-year-old child. Your boss is a 7-year-old child. Congratulations. But you also know that they're not afraid of you. They're afraid of memory, like certain things that have probably happened in their past. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, he can relate. He's just gonna go, okay, we're not gonna push that button. We're gonna go on a different tangent, and if that's the one that makes me uncomfortable, then so be it.
I'm going to hold him very soft. Man, I did not expect this. I'm living for it though.
Yes.
Which, I'll have to talk with you later about this. Man, holy shit.
Oops.
You've opened a doorway, Dawn, to suffer. Anyways. Anyways, so they lead you to their apartment. And they wave hello, to a, and depending on how early this is, he would probably be leaving for work, to an incredibly fucking tall owl with lanky ass legs. They seem to be on very friendly terms. They go over to him, and you see, they actually give him a hug. They hug his leg before, they, open their door.
Interesting. Yeah, Luc's just gonna awkwardly nod at said owl as he follows Jackie.
I'm sure that owl probably does like the most awkward, like, kind of wave. Probably even kind of giving you a little bit of a side eye. I'm not sure. Maybe. But also, it's not like...
he's moving faster.
It's a wary one, not really like an aggressive one. But, yeah. Make me a perception check as you enter Jackie's apartment.
Hello?
Hi. Hello?
Okay, yeah, sorry. I died halfway through legs looking at him funny, and now I have no idea what happened.
You are entirely valid, and I love you. So, as you're entering Jackie's apartment, go ahead and make me a perception check. And given the fact that this is pre-warships, I'm going to give you advantage because there's not a lot in here.
He's too thrown by the side eyes to pay attention to Jackie's apartment.
Well, I mean, with that 11, you get the vast majority of it because, like I said, there really isn't a lot in here. There's not really anything on the walls. And, there's practically nothing in general when you first get into it because you're just met with, like, a hallway and 2 doors on the right. And, like, maybe a little window kind of esque thing that you can see into the kitchen on the left. But it's mostly just like a hallway. And even as you get into the kind of bedroom living area, there's not a lot in there. There's just like there's a divider, but also like Jackie doesn't really know how to use a divider, and they don't really need one anyways. So it's just kind of there, haphazardly.
Just looks neat.
Yeah.
It just looks neat.
Just looks neat. And well, I mean, there's a couch with a blanket and a pillow, and that's pretty much it. There's also like closer to the kitchen where the dining area would more than likely be, over to the left of that, just before you get into the kitchen. A small dining table that can fit maybe 2 people comfortably, and one mismatched chair.
All right. He's noticing that, and he's like, this is a nice place. This is nice. And he's being 100% sincere. You don't even have to roll for it.
Man, I hold him so soft. Jackie doesn't really know. Go ahead.
This gives you some idea of how not nice his place is, I think.
Man. Man, that's all I can say.
Man.
Jackie doesn't really know how to respond to that. They're a kid. They have what they need. They don't really think that they need anything else. They don't know what makes a house a home. It's fine. So they just nod and say thank you. A friend's parents gave me these, so I live with it. They don't really seem sure as how to explain that home.
They're valid.
But make me a dex saving throw as you hear enthusiastic barking.
Oh dear.
Okay. A 20, which is very good. You don't fall over as you hear a dog and then see a dog fumble out of the out from under the blanket, which you didn't know that there was a dog under there. That is the one thing that you did not see. But it's also like it was probably easy to dodge or like just not fall over because he's an old dog. That much you can very much so see. He's slow, even as he's scrambling to like come up to you. He's old and he's slow. But also he sits.
I am hold this pupper soft.
He's a very
I am hold this pupper soft.
Todd,
Luc is skitter backwards like, oh dear. What is this? Oh dear.
Well, Todd stops. We're a good 5 feet of where you were, Luc, and sits. That was apparently as far as he was going to go from the get-go, and he just sits and he wags his tail and he's got his tongue hanging out. Is being a very good boy. And Jackie rushes over and he.
Well, as long as it's not, continuing to charge.
No, he's not continuing to charge. He's a very well trained dog. He honestly just heard new person, which is like, hello. But Jackie rushes over.
As long as he's not continuing to charge, Luc is going to scooch forward a little bit, like, what? What is this?
Yes, pet the dog. Jackie is going to go over to Todd and be like, no, you don't run over at random people. That's rude. And what if something happened to you or the other person? Like, I know that you're not mean. I know that you're a very good boy, but other people don't. Don't do that.
Okay. Oh, okay. So Luc now thinks you have a roommate, not a pet.
Todd just wags his tail, kind of absentmindedly. He's actually a really smart dog. At the moment, he's just playing stupid.
He's a dog. They do that.
But he is taking into account what Jackie is saying. And, he looks at Luc, and he kind of does this, like, I don't know if you have ever heard a dog try to talk at you. With, like, a little...
That little barf barf sort of noise.
Yeah. Kind of like that, but, like, his is very low and clearly old. And, like, he's such a good boy. And he lays down.
Oh no.
And
Luc is just okay.
And Jackie looks at Luc and then gestures to Todd and signs for him. This is Todd. He's my service dog.
I'm gonna roll something so he figures if that's a wisdom.
I have had him as long as I can remember. He is a family dog, but he's my service dog, and I love him very much.
That's good. I'm happy for you. He's still a little like, dog, I don't understand. He gets it now, but it's still like that kind of person who's never actually seen a dog is still seeing a dog for the first time.
He's valid and I love him. You can pet him if you want. Worst he's gonna do is lick you to death. Which doesn't actually kill you, by the way. That's like...
I was about to say that doesn't sound like a pleasant way to end things.
I can think of many worse ways, but when the dog licks you, it's like their way of saying they love you. So think of that like an expression of, you know, if you die by dog kisses, it's because the dog loved you so much. You know? You don't. Never mind. You can pet him though. He's not mean. He's a very good boy.
Oh no. Oh man, I think I need you to roll an insight.
Yes, I love insight. Oh, Discord, please.
Oh no. Well, with a 12, he definitely made a face. It didn't look entirely like he meant to. It didn't look entirely comfortable. But you're not 100% sure what that's about.
Man. I have an idea of what it's about. It's because they said you don't, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh god. I love miscommunication so much. Like, they...
Oh, dear.
Player-to-player communication, they said that because they don't... Like, they're realizing, like, hey, this guy doesn't really understand dogs. That's okay. And they're just making an observation, and now they're just talking.
Luc is having some issues. Luc is having some thoughts, and they are not the happy ones.
Oh, I hold him soft. But, if he doesn't pet Todd, they're gonna shoo Todd off to go back and lay down, because he's old, he needs a nap. I mean, he laid down on the floor, that's not the most comfortable thing.
Yeah, I think Luc's just gonna be, I appreciate the offer, but no thank you to petting the dog.
That's okay. And they shoo him off. And, they flop the blanket back over him. And he rolls over on his back, and as if he's a frickin' puppy. and he just... You can hear him doing a dog snore as he falls asleep almost immediately.
Oh no, I need to pet the pupper. I can't reach through the screen and pet the pupper. I need to.
Here, Jackie will do it for you. Jackie gives him the good belly rubbins, and even in his sleep, he does like the little foot kick. And
Yes.
they go over to the kitchen. They do a little run waddle into the kitchen. In which case, I'm gonna make a charisma check.
Gonna follow. Charisma. Oh dear, that's...
Well, this is mostly to get an idea of how cute they're being. Whoa! Jackie, what the hell? You got a nat 20 with her! You are very adorable today, apparently. Okay, this little run waddle is the cutest fucking thing you ever did see.
Yes. They're very good. He does love them. He doesn't know how to respond to this, but he does care them.
You have a bright teal little blue penguin brat child run waddling into the kitchen, and their little tiny tail is a wiggling. And there's bubbles starting to form around. Don't worry about that, that's fine.
No.
But Jackie is smiling.
That's so cute.
You pet the dog, you feel better.
Aww.
When you get into the kitchen, it's a little empty. There's like, they toss their keys on the counter. And I'm gonna roll strength to see how well they do. I love to roll the negatives. It's always great when they actually do what they did then. That's a 12. It makes it. I'm gonna say it makes it. A little close to the edge, but don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, as long as they don't get lost, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. And they also toss their hat up there. With that 12, I'm going to say that also makes it. And then they go over to the fridge. They do the same little run waddle all the way there. And they pull out some... They can only carry a few ingredients in their little tiny flippers. Maybe like 2 things. Which, really, I don't know really what to have them make. I think I'm going to have them just make an omelet.
That works.
'Cause that's
still more than Luc knows what to do.
Yee-hoo. An omelet they shall do. They pull out a carton of eggs and some chives, and I am going to roll a acrobatics. Actually, no, I'm gonna roll an athletics to see how well they manage to keep the eggs and the chives in their hands, because I imagine like the egg carton is like half empty. So the weight is kind of
doing the fall apart thingy.
Yeah. And with that 9, like, I'm going to say that they don't break, but they do fall out and roll around. They're very low to the ground because they're very fucking short. Like, that whole ass carton is about as big as they are.
Oh no! Oh my! Oh my!
Yeah, Jackie's like a foot tall.
Oh no! Oh no! I thought they were just a little bigger than that.
No, Jackie's a foot tall.
Oh no! They're so much smaller than I've been imagining. Oh
They are very small.
no! Oh no!
So
Okay.
like, with the way that it was positioned, all they really did, they didn't really fall out so much as they just rolled out of the carton.
Okay.
I know.
Luke's gonna go try and catch a couple of them. Like this is important. Catch the roly things. And like a dex something.
Yeah. Make me an acrobatics.
Just gonna go with that one, I think. And he steps on one.
Oh my god, Luc!
Oh no. That's the opposite of what I intended to do. Is there something I can use to clean this with? I'm sorry. This wasn't what I meant to do.
They try to sign, but they have a carton and chives in their hand, or their flippers. And so, since there's no eggs in the carton anymore, they just drop the carton on the floor. They don't care. They're a child.
Oh no.
And I'm gonna roll on strength again, see if they can toss the chives onto the counter. An 11, it's above a 10, it makes it. Very haphazard, halfway dangling off the counter. It'll be fine. And they sign, I can get that. We pick up the eggs first so that we don't step on anymore. They're not upset.
I'll just.
By the way, like, that it doesn't bother them. You get the feeling, like, even without making an insight check, that this probably happens a lot.
That makes it a little better, but also like, oh no, I screwed up. Oh no, that spiral you get into.
I'm gonna make an insight check on him. If that's alright.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know, does the 24 make it?
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell he's definitely got that, oh, I screwed up spiral starting.
Hey, they look up from picking up one of the eggs, and they put the egg back in the carton, and they're like, you know that making a mistake, it's not a bad thing, right? Like, it's just an egg.
He's just giving you the most blank look of non-comprehension there.
You're okay. There's no reason for me to be mad. It happens. It happens a lot, actually. I'm very small, and eggs are... in the carton, eggs are very hard for me to carry. So, it happens. It's okay. I'm not mad. It's not... You're okay.
I'm gonna roll something for that. Yeah, he's trying to believe you a little, but it's not getting through. He's spiraling a little further.
I think with that fucking 24, they sense that, and they're not sure what to do about it, because they've been there, and in a lot of ways they are still there, and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh no. Oh no. Oops.
7-year-old child trying to help with things that they themselves have trouble with.
mm.
um. Hmm. Hmm. Mm. Hmm. What to do?
I think at that point Luke's gonna just sort of shuffle backwards like he's looking to try and leave. Like, yes, I have screwed up. I'm going to go before I get into actual trouble. Oh dear,
But
scooch, scooch, scooch.
uh, make me a perception check.
Okay. Well, now he gets good rolls.
It's almost impossible to miss, though. Jackie involuntarily did a very sad little whistle.
Ah, no. And that does he does stop like are you are you all right?
I don't, I don't understand why do you want to leave? It's just an egg.
Oof.
I'm not mad about an egg. Am I,
Hmm.
am I pushing? I'm sorry.
No, no, you're fine. I you're fine. I I didn't this I'm he's starting to look a little frustrated with himself more than anything right now because he's not sure how to phrase things. He feels bad for making them feel bad, but he doesn't know how to explain the issue. I think I'm gonna roll one more here. Please give me an actual good one here, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think with Dice Parser Torch,
Yeah, okay.
you get advantage.
Yeah, Dice Parser knows what he's doing, but also screw Dice Parser.
Yeah!
And he's gonna actually stop and he's gonna take a deep breath and do that a couple times. This is not there. This is not there. And he's gonna actually head back over to Jackie. This this isn't something about you. I I am in the past, if I broke something, it did not go well for me. And I'm not there. It's not going to happen again. But I don't always remember that.
Oh, whoops.
I was like, oh, dang. Still dang.
Man. So the reason why I rolled that twice was at disadvantage. And, like, given the time and that this is, happening, I think even with, like, an 18, they're kinda...
Oh no, we really, really stepped in this one, didn't we?
We did, and it happens, man.
Oh no.
That is perhaps the darkest color of teal that you've seen on them, Luc. It almost looks black, but it's not.
Oh no. Oh no.
Let me roll a d3 real quick. 2. That's close enough. That's good enough. They shuffle towards you, and you don't need to, like, you can roll an insight if you want, but you don't need insight to know that they're not going to hurt you.
With that one, I think Luc actually just drops his crutch and hits the ground, and he's gonna just be like, "You're all right. It's all right." It's like this is the moment for a hug, if there's ever the moment for a hug, and he's offering.
And see, that's what they were waiting for. They were waiting for permission to hug you. That's why I rolled a d3. That's why I rolled a d3 to see how touchy they were today. And today they're having one of those days where it's just like, yeah, I'll touch, but like only if it's with permission or people ask me first. And as soon as you give them that permission, they're tackle hugging you almost. And you just have this small penguin child in your arms, and I'm gonna roll. It doesn't matter. It's the same. That's a 5. That's a 5. Alright. You get the feeling that this small penguin child is probably crying.
Honestly, you get the feeling Luc probably is a little bit too.
Like,
he's just gonna hug them. It's all right. It's all right.
do you want to make an insight?
Yes, I do.
Go for it.
Yes, that is a 23. That is a nat 20.
Yeah, I was about to say, that is a nat 20. This kid understands exactly what you mean about coming from a place where if you did something even slightly wrong, it was met with not very good things. And with that nat 20, you see some scars on the back of their neck peeking through. Peeking through their turtleneck. Particularly a purple one.
Oh boy. He's not gonna ask because they're clearly having a bad time right now. We're not gonna push when things are bad, but he will remember that. He's gonna remember that.
So, you get that with that nat 20. They understand exactly what you mean when you say all of that. And while they don't know how to deal with it, it's one of those things where it's like they get it. Even if they
We
don't know.
understand each other.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do about it, but we understand.
Yeah. And so, like, with the nat 20, they're hugging to help you as well as themselves, but mostly it's because they wanted to give you a hug.
Aww.
And
Yes. There is mutual hugging of we both had crap go on and we know that and we don't know what to do about it, but we care.
yeah. And you can hear uh something slump off the couch and make its way over. It's making itself very known because it knows it has to in this scenario. He knows. It is very practiced. And you see out of the corner of your eye Todd coming up behind you, and he sits beside you where you can see him clearly, and he just sits and he looks at you and Jackie both. And I think I'm gonna still use that 20 in insight because fuck dice parser. Uh, for a dog, he looks pretty concerned. And he is going to very gently nose Luc, as if saying, "Pet me." Like, you will feel better. Yeah. Pet me.
Luc's gonna unwind one arm from Jackie and kind of shuffle them around so that they're next to the dog as well. And just, yeah, he's gonna pat. You, you mentioned something about the Todd making things better, I think.
They nod, and they relinquish one of their flippers and kind of try to pull Todd in for a hug as well, so that all three of you are hugging.
Aww.
And
Aww.
Todd knows their owner very well. They know that basically means come here, hug me. And so like he moves forward and until he is practically, like, not necessarily in your guys' lap, but he is almost towering over the both of you in a very protective manner, and his head is resting on yours, on the back of your neck, Luc. And his paw, one of his paws, does return the hug around both you and Jackie.
Aww. Such a good dog.
He is a very good dog. And you get a kiss from Todd, Luc.
I think with that one he does just like sputter like oh.
Todd's tail is wagging and he looks like he's smiling at you.
and you know, I think he's gonna actually try and ham this a little. Just to be like, hey, don't be sad anymore. And he is
Another
hamming
nat
this
20.
very well. He is hamming this very well.
It's a 3. So you have Jackie giggling through their tears now.
Aw, this is better. This is infinitely better. Yes. And he's seeing them giggle, and he's just like, I think that there is poison in their mouth. And he's just going to dramatically
No! They're shaking
and
Luc
play die.
very lightly and like bapping him on like the face to try and get it out. It's very light. They aren't very strong.
Oh no. He's just like, oh, I am revived.
Like, yes, I have done the thing. I have saved you. uh, well, now let's see. Let me see a good color. They are happier than before, which is a good thing, and they are giggling. But even still, their colors are a little darker than normal.
Well, it's better than it was, so he'll take that.
And I think Todd is going to be a little shit. Even though he has food in his bowl, very clearly, he's going to try and eat the egg.
Oh no!
Jackie immediately just like, no! Trying to pull him away from the egg.
Oh no! He is concealing the evidence. Let him. Let him.
I don't know if this is good for dogs.
I don't even know what it is. I couldn't tell you if it's good for anything.
It's an egg. It's good. I don't know if it's good for dogs. Can things be bad for dogs? I know that chocolate's bad for dogs. Chocolate is. It's. Well, I'm actually gonna look that up real quick.
Yeah, I think grapes are bad for dogs, and chocolate.
Okay, eggs are
And
perfectly
somewhere I
safe
heard
for
garlic.
dogs.
Yeah, makes them all glossy.
Eggs are perfectly safe for dogs. Awesome sauce. So we don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, no, no.
I'm gonna roll a strength check to see if they can pull him off, though, because they don't know this. That's a 12. I'm gonna roll a strength for him, because he is absolutely going to try and contest that. That's a 16.
Oh no.
Very strong dog for an old dog.
Luke's gonna roll over and just like snag his hindquarters like they know. They have said no. You must not.
What? What is that strength?
This is the one thing he has.
Oh my god! You said we didn't have a tank. What the heck is this?
It's the only thing he has. He doesn't have anything else.
Oh my god! You get that like disgruntled dwarf. But he eventually just like saunters off like grumpily. He's not actually mad, he's just grumpy. He did get most of it though. He is a little shit, and he got most of it. Jackie is quickly going to do what they did in Scrubbydubby Ducky and eat a bar of soap that they have just under their kitchen sink and then clean it up. And now they're a little dirty. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. They can just take a bath later. Which... all they really do is rinse, because they don't know what they're doing. But don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Look, the 7-year-old child basically raised themselves. They don't know how to do a lot of things.
That's valid. That's entirely valid.
So, after they clean up that, well, they're gonna be a dumb child, and they're going to go into the dining room and do a puppy shake.
Oh no!
Make a dexterity save.
What is with those? This is like my 4th nat 20. What is going on?
This is amazing. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. I love it so much. You managed to, like, expertly dodge all of, like, the soap suds and the water that gets flung off of them. I mean, it's almost like you're a UPA and all you have to do is really stand to the side.
Just a little bit.
But then afterwards they come over and they start picking up the eggs, which is a little bit difficult for them because guess what? Flippers.
Slippery flippers.
Very slippery flippers. And I'm gonna have to make them an acrobatics check for this. Wow, okay. They themselves, like, they try to pick one up. It slips out of their flippers, even though they're using both flippers, and it drops. But because they're so short, it just cracks slightly.
Oh. Okay.
Holding things is hard. They sign that.
Okay. And he's gonna look at the eggs. Nothing is going to happen. And he's gonna pick up an egg. And well, it's a 13. Is that gonna sufficient to pick up egg?
It's more than a 10, so yes.
Oh, thank goodness. He is looking at this egg and back at Jackie. Yay.
Picking up eggs, the unexpected obstacle.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Alright, so just to speed things along now, I think with that 13, you guys managed to pick up all of the eggs. And I'm going to roll performance for Jackie. Let's see, what is their performance? It's +1. See how well they manage to make them eggs, and I'm going to give them advantage because they do this almost every day at this point. Because they don't really have a choice. 15! It's not the best in the world, but then again, they did only get out eggs and chives. So...
This is the first home-cooked meal Luc has ever had. It is mind-blowing.
Man. And they show him what they're doing. And, like, how they're doing it. Since they're using, like, a skillet. or like a pan or whatever the fuck, whichever one. They're the same thing to me, because I don't know how the fuck to cook and what does what entirely.
Yeah.
Like, I know the basics.
I know what a pan is, I know what a pot is, I know how to turn the stove on.
Yup.
That's pretty much the extent of it.
Yeah. I know how to make fried eggs very well.
I can't even make spaghetti right.
Man, spaghetti is a little hard though, because like if you leave
Oh, thank God.
if you leave the fucking water on too long, it gets weird and sticky, and I don't know how to explain. It's just fucking weird. Spaghetti's finicky and a pain in the ass.
I'm so glad other people have difficulties with it. I'm sorry that you do, but like, oh, thank God I'm not the only fool.
We are all fools in this house. But yeah, after Jackie makes some eggs and shows Luc what they're doing, like they give him an omelet.
And it is the first home cooked meal he's ever had, and it is in fact mind blowing. He is just sort of star eyed staring at this right now.
And Jackie is going to sit on the floor while they eat theirs. Like, despite the fact that they have a table and dining chair, they've never used it.
Oh dear.
Uh,
Is it just because they're too short to reach?
no.
Oh.
Untouched lore that I have been just sitting on.
Uh.
You can press if you want, but you don't have to.
On the one hand, I think we've had enough angst. On the other, now I want to know.
What would Luc do in this situation?
I think he's gonna look down and question why why are you on the floor? Isn't it you have a table? You have chairs.
Uh, they put down the piece of omelet that they were eating. They were not using utensils, but then again, that can be chalked up to them just being a child.
Eh.
And also, they haven't been using utensils since the day that they were born. They're not going to start now. They're just being a stubborn
Yeah.
brat child about that in particular.
Mm.
But they look up and they look kind of confused. Um, and they say, "Well, that's uh, chairs and tables are for adults."
I think that I think Luke just blue screened for a second because wait, what? What? Like
And
there's a difference between realizing that your boss is young and them going, "Oh yes, I am too young for the grown-up table."
well, if you want to make an insight, you can on that because they weren't sure what exactly to say. They just said adults. That's
Mm.
above a 10. You get the feeling like they had meant something else, but they're a kid. They don't know exactly how to get that across. But eventually they do explain as much as they can. a little bit further, because there were other kids aboard the Glacier Rider, and they could use the tables and stuff just fine. Eventually they signed.
You mean tables are for real people?
Well, you're a real person.
That is the most awkward sound he's ever made.
Tables and chairs are for not me.
And you know what? Luc's just gonna slide down off the table. Off the chair.
Well, now they're gonna look at him and say, "What are you doing?"
If they're not for you, then they certainly aren't for me.
Why?
This is also one of those trying to figure out the words type of deals. If you are a real person. I am a nobody. If a real person isn't supposed to use this, then a nobody definitely isn't. If you want me back up there, you have to go with me.
I don't know what a nobody is, but you're somebody to me.
A little bit more of a blue screen because that's not quite what he meant, but also it's very much exactly what he meant. And also, he's never had someone tell him that to his face. Prove it, then. He's just gonna stare at them. Prove it.
What do you mean?
Come up to the table with me.
I'm gonna roll a D2. 1 for yes, 2 for no. No, it's... Okay, I'm gonna do it to see just, like, whether or not Dice Parser is gonna be nice, and then I'm gonna override it if it's a dick. Fuck you, Dice Parser.
Dice Parser is a dick.
Dice Parser is a dick. I demand soft in this FPS now.
We demand the soft. We have had the angst. Now we have the soft to make up for it.
You got your angst, Dice Parser. Fuck you. Soft time. I decree it. Slams my gavel down as Jackie gets up. It's a little hesitant. Actually, it's very hesitant, but it's not because they don't want to, in Luc's words, prove it to Luc. It's because memories fun.
Yeah.
A lot of memories, very
He's
fun.
got it. He gets it. This is how you fix things. You start doing things anyway.
Jackie is very small, and, like, I think it would take Luc picking them up and like setting them on his lap.
He will happily do that at this point.
I think they kind of, like, before that happens, they slide their plate on the table, to which case they do it very shyly, and they do look around as if, like, wondering if something's gonna happen, and they kind of hunker down a bit and move closer to Luc before looking up at him, like, you gonna pick me up or something? Without actually signing anything, because at this point they're just like, oh god, what am I doing?
Yes, Luc is in fact going to just pick them up and set them down in a chair. And then he's going to realize that they can't actually see over the table on the chair, and he's going to pick them up again and set down under them and then set him on his lap.
They're gonna, like, kind of hide in him for a little bit while they just kind of peek out every once in a while as if expecting somebody or something to happen. Before eventually they reach out a flipper and grab a piece of their omelet and take a bite of it. And it's kind of a rinse and repeat kind of thing until they get used to the idea that nothing is going to happen, at least while Luc is there.
Yes, that is absolutely true. Like, this was his favorite boss before. He has realized his favorite boss is way younger than he thought. He is going to have to protect his favorite boss.
Man. But eventually I think, like, they're just wiggling. Their tail is just wiggling while they eat, and they look up at him. They have some egg on their face because, you know, they're 7, they're a kid, they're messy. It's just how they are. Even though they are a janitor, they themselves, they're a freaking mess of a kid.
It happens. He's
they
just going to look down at them, and he's just going to tap the side of his mouth where the food is on them, like, you've got something.
I'm going to roll on intelligence to see if they figure that out. Because they think that'd be funny. $17. They figure it out. D2 to see if they do something about that. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Nope. They're gonna be a brat. They're gonna stick their tongue out at him as they smile up at him before continuing to eat.
He's just, all right then. Fair enough. He's gonna go back to his food. They just have a good dinner.
New color.
I don't know what that color means.
That color means that they're mischievous. They're being a playful brat.
I'm so happy for them.
I think if you want to end it here, I don't know if you have anything else that you need to do today. So
no, that was good. And you have to get ready to go to your work stuff, so
I don't actually, at least not until like 4 p.m. I just try to make sure that everything is before 12 so that I can have a nap before then.
Yeah, that qualifies as being ready for work.
Yeah, well, okay, you know what? That's fair.
All right. So, just gonna fade down as these two keep eating their omelets happy at the table like real people.
Yeah. And Luc, you get the thing, the title that was said.
God.
I'm gonna stop the
These
recording
these two
now.